Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
There we go. Now we should be live. We should be ready to go. E-Rock, thank you so much for that resub. I really appreciate that. 14 months. I'm telling you, this has been a wild ride, an absolute wild ride. Fox, I hope you are doing good today. Happy Wednesday to you. Lori is here in the house. Whew, I gotta tell you, I was concerned yesterday. I thought, I really hope I get to stream today. And it's one of those weird things. And I found out that somebody else, another streamer, had the same exact thing happen to her as well. But I woke up in the morning and I guess I don't need those hairs. I can just fall out of my head. I woke up yesterday morning and I could barely open my left eye. I mean, it was like bad. And what it was one of those, you know, I call them micro eyelashes. And they're so fine that you can't see them. But it's somewhere, what the bejeebers? It was like on my eye. And I tried to flood it with eye drops and my eye just stung even more. Oh, it was just nuts. Just nuts. Crunch bite. I don't know. I'm hoping something's good. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey there, lady. Hope you're well. White Wolf, I'm doing wonderful. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. But yeah, I was really concerned because my left eye, I had to kind of keep it like half masked, I guess you would say. And you know, I would like pull my lower lid away, but so I knew it wasn't something that was on my lid, because when I pulled the lid away, if it was, I should have felt relief, but I didn't. And then through the course of the day, it just kind of, and it stayed in that one spot. I woke up this morning, it was gone. So I think my eyeball ate it. I think my eyeball actually ate it. So today we're doing Dorothy from the Golden Girls. I'm pretty excited about this. She's got some good dishes. She played Elizabeth Maple. I'm doing very well. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Jedi's here. When I had a cat, I used to get those little super fine hairs. Not the ones that are on the top, that's their rough coat, but those real, like baby hairs almost. Oh, it's crazy. Invisible Dimensions. How are you doing? Nice to see you today. Nice to see you today. It's always nice when I see all the folks popping in the stream. I never, sorry about that. I never know who's here because I don't have like the chat. I just have like the communication thing open. I don't have like the list of where all the people are, and I can't see, you know, how many are here joining us right now. I don't care about that. I'm just happy to see the folks in here chatting and have a good time. But Crunch Bite sent me a present. Crunch Bite sent me a present. I'm pretty excited about this because I can't get this here. I can't get this here. Gatos for me. How are you doing today? Hi. It's gonna be a tasty afternoon. Now tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. And I am cooking up corned beef and cabbage and potatoes, but that is not an Irish dish. That is an American dish based on some Irish stuff, but not corned beef. Is Dorothy Day. Today's all about Dorothy. We're gonna learn some interesting stuff about Miss B. Arthur, who played Dorothy Spornak on the Golden Girls. So it's kind of and we're gonna be doing another trivia game today. So we have another 10 questions for trivia. Both of these recipes are not too long. I don't know how long we'll stream today. You never know what's gonna happen. We might get new friends that come in and visit. That's always lovely to have new people come on over and pull up a chair. Corned beef, I love corned beef. So I feel very mad at myself because I had every intention of, when I went to the freezer to get the corned beef out, was to get one of the beef tongues that I had in there out, because I was going to cure the beef tongue so you guys could see curing of the beef tongue. Dade, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Gosh dang, what? Okay, apparently today is the day I'm going to shed. We're just going to shed everywhere. But the reason why they call it corning, so when you corn beef, when you corn tongue, when any type of meats that you corn, these are a very long brine that they actually do. But it's the corn has nothing to do with corn. So please don't think it has anything to do with cornstarch or any of that type of stuff. It has to do with the type of salt that they use, which were in these small little round pellets that looked like kernels of corn. So that you were corning your beef, you were using a specific type of salt to corn your beef. Dorothy Day. Can I open this now, Crunchbot? Crunchbot, what, why? Why would I say, why? I'm like, okay, so apparently we're just gonna throw words and everything else like right out the door. I'm doing well, I'm just working on that new, I am so excited for that. And it's no rush. I mean, my gosh, we've waited this long, it's no big deal. And you guys, so in the Discord, if you guys have not joined the Discord, I put it in the general channel. We need to come up with a team name. It doesn't have to have my name in it necessarily. Some people suggested Kanara's Kids, Kanara's Crew, everything like with a K, but it doesn't have to have Kanara in it. This is about all of us as a community, but I think we need to have a community name. So post your ideas in the general Discord, okay? And then I'm saving all those names and who suggested them, and then we're gonna list them all out. And the ones that get like we'll take like the first, like, depending on how many we get, we'll take like the first top 10, we'll put them all up for vote, we'll narrow it down to the top 10, top 5, top 3, and then top 1. We'll do it all the way down. If I may, and not distract you with it. No, you can't do that. That's what you call it here. Oh, wait, what is it? Oh, the infinity, wait, what are we talking about? Thank you, Crunchbite. Thank you, Crunchbite. And if I may, and not to distract you, can I ask, what your favorite comfort food is? Okay, it's gonna sound really bizarre, White Wolf. I know that people, when they watch food and drink streamers, and you know, yes, I'm culinary trained. Yes, I ran my own personal chef business, and yes, I do all my food preservation and all that kind of stuff. And I get a lot of people who, if we're invited over to dinner, they tell me, the first thing they tell me is how nervous they were to cook for me. And I'm like, why? Do you know how wonderful that is to have somebody else cook stuff? And I am not like this. I am not Gordon Ramsay. I am not Ina Garten. I am not. I'm just me. I'm just Kanara, out there just cooking my stuff like you are, putting my apron on one string at a time. And so my favorite comfort food is something very, very basic that goes clear back to my childhood. It's instant mashed potatoes. So when I don't feel good, or I'm just like, you know, I am so tired, I'm exhausted, I just don't feel like cooking, you know, Derek will have leftovers or whatever, and I'll make myself a little bowl of instant mashed potatoes. I make it with chicken stock, a little pat of butter, salt and pepper, and that is my dinner. And I am happy with that. Or stuffing, or Thanksgiving stuffing. When I do my turkey, you know, I stuff my bird, and there's a safe way of stuffing the bird. We talked about that at Thanksgiving. We'll always review that every year. But I triple my stuffing, and I make a giant batch of it, and I freeze it in little 1-cup portions, and I stick them in the freezer, so I can always have a little bit of comfort food that way too. Infinitable is the best I could come up with. That's what you call it here. Oh, the infinity table, rather. Yeah, infinity table. Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. But make sure you put that in there. Dave. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. I saw you. You can't sneak in quietly. You can't sneak in quietly. Appearing not to be late. You weren't late. You were just hanging out by the door. You were probably talking to somebody just before you walked in. So that's what I'm going to go with on that. That's what I'm going to go with it. San, how are you doing today? Nice to see you. Hi, kitty. Oh, okay. Here, kitty. I've got tuna. Interesting. As long as anything makes you happy, that's what matters. Yeah, I had to renew my state ID. That's always a fun one. I will say this. When I lived in Southern California, we would go to the Department of Motor Vehicles, the DMV, and you would make an appointment. You used to be able to just walk in, but you can't really do that anymore. So you have to make an appointment. You can walk in, but you're going to have even a longer wait. But even with an appointment, you're going to wait 2 hours. And sometimes the line will go out the door and around the building. And if you have an appointment, you go up and there's a security officer there, and you tell him you have an appointment. He'll look in, he'll say, you can go have a seat over there, or your department that you're going to go talk to is over there. And so if you have an appointment, you get to come in and sit down. So, but you'll still wait 2 hours. So when we moved up here, has it been 12 years, I think, or so? 15? I don't know. When we moved up here, we went to the DMV to get the new plates for our car and to get our new driver's license. And the plates for your car, in California, you fill out this form or whatever, and you will wait about 6 weeks, and you'll get your plates in the mail. We walked in there, we registered our vehicles, and they handed us our plates. And we're like, wait, what? First of all, we just walked in. and we took a number, and I was number 4. That was kind of cool. I was like, what? This is awesome. This is awesome, Wanda girl. Hello, happy Wednesday to you. I knew someone who dumped an old box of Instant Mash down the drain. I would like to see what, if they didn't run their water a long time to really make sure those things got dissolved, hot water, that would be an interesting thing. That would be an interesting thing. Was it somebody else's stream before here? Wait, what did I miss over here? Oh, was at somebody else's stream before her. When we're watching streams, yeah, a lot of times our favorite streamers like on at the same time, or we'll overlap by like an hour. People have lots of windows open. It's all good. Jedi, when I am starting to feel better after a colder one, I love to have bacon spaghetti. Okay, first of all, you won my heart with bacon. Winner. And pasta. Bacon and pasta. I can't eat it anymore. I'll tell you, getting older really sucks sometimes because I can't do pasta carbonara anymore, which really bugs me. Bacon spaghetti, which is my best friend hates because she's Italian and there's nothing even remotely Italian about it. You're having pasta. You're having bacon pasta. Doesn't mean it has to be Italian. It could be Jedi's pasta. There you go. Jedi's pasta right there. Write it all out. Put it in the recipe section. Jedi's pasta. Now that we've solved that. Oh, that's what I did. You had to wait about a half an hour. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's by appointment only, no walk-ins. Yes. Getting old definitely is not for sissies, right, Lori? I got to get my sponge, my little. Oh, I didn't turn this light on. There we go. Usually if I go and I'll ask Derek, I'll say, hey, Derek, can you turn on that light? He'll walk over to the light and he'll walk over to it and he'll look at the light and he'll go, hey, you're looking good. I'm like, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Okay. So Crunch Bite sent these to me because I cannot get these here in Oregon. I've tried, I've made phone calls because I thought, okay, well, we're going down to California to visit my folks. I checked in stores down there and I couldn't wait any longer. So he sent these to me. He said, Sam, don't even worry about it. Can we? The numbering system at the DMV here is confusing. You could be number 4, but they don't call the numbers in order. Probably because they have like different departments, right? I don't know. I'm guessing that. Can I just tear this box? Derek does the same thing Ken does. You guys, look at these. Oh, I'm so excited about these. I'm so excited about these. I am so excited about these. They have the potato chips inside of them. Focus, you darn camera. I'm going to try one now. I won't be able to eat the whole thing right now because I've got to pace myself, and I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat part of it right now before he comes downstairs because of the peanut. It doesn't make him sick. He doesn't like the smell of it, and I don't want those to get melted. But I am so excited about these. We're having an unveiling. We're going to have an unveiling of the king size Reese's peanut butter cups with potato chips. And I'm sorry, if this doesn't take anybody back to their childhood when they would make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or whatever sandwich they have and lift up in the bread and you put your potato chips in there and smashed it down so you had a crunchy sandwich. Right there. Right there. Okay. Let's check these out. How do you open these darn things? Goodness gracious. I haven't had a Reese's peanut butter cup in years. How about that? I just never buy them for myself. Oh, these thick. These are thick. I like these. Okay, look at these. We're gonna cut one of these in half. Let's cut this one in half. I wanna see the inside. We need a profile shot. Oh, they smell as good as I remember. Oh, why did I take this one out? I didn't have to take them both out. They smell as good as I remember. There's something about that peanut butter, the way they do their peanut butter. Okay. Did you guys hear that crunch? Please tell me that crunch picked up on the mic. Oh, you can see all the crunchy bits in there. Come on, focus. Why won't you focus? Loud and clear, you did hear that? Matharin, hello, how are you doing today? These are the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Crunch Bite sent these to me, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I'm so excited about that. And they have potato chips inside of them, and they're crunchy. Their peanut butter is just loaded with powdered sugar. Well, then I'm gonna start putting powdered sugar in my peanut butter because I love their peanut butter. Okay, let's try this. I'm excited about this. You can feel it crunch when you bite through it. Oh, these are so good. I don't know if you guys can hear me crunching while I'm eating. Oh my gosh, how do they do that? How do they keep the potato chips crunchy? That's what I want to know. Oh man. I don't know where that went. Oh. That brings back memories. And new ones. Because now I'm trying them with the potato chips. So you get a little bit of that salty crunch. Yummy dance. I like the yummy dance. The yummy dance is fun. I'm gonna have the rest of this. I'm gonna have the rest of this later. Oh my gosh. This is so good. Okay, but I am gonna finish up this little piece. So I'm curious. Hang on. Let's find out something. Okay. Oh my gosh, those are so good. And they're better when you kind of, I'm gonna get grief for this, but they're kind of better when you suck on them a little bit because you really pull the salt out. Oh man, that's good. Okay, so 2 servings per package. We talked about dieting, eating better, and the biggest thing is pay attention to what this says. If you really want to, do right by yourself and do right by your body, pay attention to what this says. So 1 cup is a serving, which is perfect. And actually a half of one is perfect for me. So 2 servings per container. 1 piece is, it weighs 36 grams. 11 grams of fat. Not very much cholesterol, which is nice to see. Good calcium. 21 grams of carbs because of the sugars. And 4 grams of protein. Can you do a shout out for somebody for me? It depends on who it is. Do we know them? Do we know them? Hey, hello Bohemian. I haven't reached out to you yet on Discord. I need to do that. I needs to do that. Okay. Crunch Bite, you made my palate. That was scrump delicious. I'm just glad you didn't type screaming. I'm glad you're screaming today. Yes, we are. We're just going to scream all the way through it. What's new with you, Mathrin? What's happened? So some changes that are going to be happening here in stream. One, I'm finally getting a bigger island. My island is this big right here. This is how big my island is. And it's only 24 inches. So when we did the push, the island push to help offset the cost of the island. So I am getting one now that this is, and remember this cutting board is sitting on top of another cutting board that's jetting out towards the right side so I can have my hub and all that kind of stuff here. And then hopefully nothing spills on that because that would really, really be bad. Oh, I'm moving soon, so I've lost all my marbles. If any come rolling through here, I'll pick them up for you and I'll put them into a marble bag and I'll send them to you. We'll get your marbles. I don't think so, but she's a lovely woman who strings Pokemon Go. Send me over a link so I can check them out. I always like to look at people's streams, stuff like that, and check them out, stuff like that, and we can put them into a rotation type thing. Because even though I'm food and drink, we've rated other channels that aren't food and drink. I believe in just learning all different stuff about all different streamers. I think it's kind of a neat thing to do. You might find something you like that you didn't realize you would, particularly when you go in raids. That's why I always tell people, stick around for the raids. Because whenever you raid, in whatever channel you are, if they say, hey, we're going to go raid, stick around for the raids because they may be going into a music channel, a gaming channel. Maybe you're in a gaming stream and they're going to a cooking channel. You might find somebody new that you like. I'm guessing you're 62 and your husband is 63. Wrong. LP, how are you doing? Nice to see you today. Miss Kate is here. It is wonderful to see you, and I'm doing pretty good. The eye is good today. Yesterday, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stream today because I couldn't get my left eye to stay open because I had a weird eyelash thing going on there, but it's gone now. My eyeball ate it, so we're streaming. So, you guys, we're going to learn about Bea Arthur, who was the one who played Dorothy Spornak in The Golden Girls. We are also going to be cooking up today her chicken piccata. So you didn't see Dorothy cooking a lot on The Golden Girls like you did Rose or Sophia. Sophia being, she was that, the Italian woman who got in there and made her, her sauces, and we did her lasagna. Rose would get in there and make her really unusual dishes from St. Olaf, and we're going to be doing her sperkhuven, which is kind of like a Rice Krispie treat. That's Maud, not the Golden Girls. She was, the eyeball ate it. Miss Culinary Rewind, how are you doing today? Can we get a shout out for Miss Culinary Rewind? Culinary Rewind is just, I love her. I do. She's one of those people that puts a smile on my face, that is engaging and does it all. And, exclamation point, apron. She makes these beautiful vintage aprons. I was going to put on, but it didn't go with the shirt that I had on today. But she makes, remember the one I wear with the peppers and the garlic and red, and it's got all the peppers. Love the peppers. She makes some beautiful ones. And she makes them on stream. You guys can actually watch her make these on her stream. So check out her channel, hit the follow heart, go to her schedule, and she'll put on there that if she's cooking or if she's sewing that day, and you guys can check out her stream. Rexus is here. Nope, that'd be a buzzer. That's right. You guys can just keep guessing. You guys can just keep guessing. Where did my tissue go? Because my nose is running as per par of the course. Per par of the course. Okay. Oh, Cerise Jubilee, let me tell you, the feeling is mutual. Totally mutual. She is an absolute delight. Yeah, and look at that, guys. If you use my code, you get 10% off. Hey, and I'm telling you, I cannot express this enough. I've told you this with Keen, you guys know my leather apron, right? Cerise for her beautiful vintage aprons. Anything, particularly with Christmas coming up, let's support these wonderful artisans who are out there doing their own small businesses out of their home. But order early so that you have it in time for Christmas. You don't want to stress yourself out, and you don't want to stress out the crafter, because the crafter is going to be, pumping these things out, and all of a sudden you come in and go, yeah, I need this by, next Tuesday because I have to ship it out. It's like, well, you should have thought about that 3 Tuesdays ago. So just saying, order early. Order early. Oh, Streamlabs, I know. I thought you switched over to OBS, Stream Elements OBS. And if you need help with that, let me know. I created a new Just Starting overlay. Did you guys all see the new Just Starting overlay? I sent it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Yes, it was called Maud. Maud was before Golden Girls. Maud was in the 70s. But she had a big career even before that, and something I don't think a lot of people know about. Kanar is a fun streamer. Thank you, LP. I appreciate that. I'm working on making the switch. It's a lot of work. It seems like it is. But let's talk. So I did this last night. If you guys want to see this is my new, I just created this. So this was one of my new ones. I'm going to have several different ones that we're going to kind of go through. But that's one of the new, I just did that last night. I just whipped that up. I say whip that up, while I was watching streams and doing everything else. So we have a lot of different ones. Vicariously through you, welcome on in. I love your pantry door. I do too. If you go in and hang a hard right, you go to Narnia. But we have a rave party going on in there right now. We always have a rave party going on inside the pantry. A lot of fun going on inside there. A lot of ingredients just going, come on, let's all get happy. Da-da, 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 da-da. What's going on vicariously through you? So let's do some facts about Miss Bea Arthur, aka Dorothy Spornak, because I don't think you guys know a lot about her. So she was born on May 13th in 1922. And she missed her birthday like by 3 weeks. She died on April 25th in 2009. Christmas is in December the 25th. Yes, but if you have to have something custom made, and if that, you think custom made right now can be 8 weeks out. So 8 weeks out from now puts you at the end of May. And if there's a problem in shipping or whatever, you want to get those things in and get your orders in, because if it's 8 weeks from the date that you order, and most people think that, but this person here who's crafting this is already backed up 8 weeks, it could be 16 weeks out for your order. So now you're going into July. Christmas in July. See what I did there? I know, right? Anyway, you want to get those orders in early. So just in case there's a snafu, you have that in your hand ready to go, whatever the item is, whatever the item is to send to, whomever, because then you have to ship it out unless you want to deliver it by hand. So you always got to be ready. Always got to be ready. She had 2 sons, Matthew and Daniel, by the same husband. Her first husband, hang on. I thought her first husband died in a car accident, but I don't really recall. That I don't recall. She and Angela Lansbury were best friends up until the day she died. And she died from lung cancer, which is very sad, but she was a heavy smoker, very heavy smoker. She won a Tony Award in 1966 for her role as Vera in the musical Mame, which is funny. Mango, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And she was a qualified medical technician. So according to a TV interview, Arthur claimed that her start in comedy came when she was a lounge singer. So she would sing in these various nightclubs, and she would make $2 a night singing in these nightclubs. But what would happen was that she would get up on stage to sing, certain sets of songs, and the audience would begin to laugh because, one, she was very, very tall, and two, she had a very deep, deep voice. They thought it was going to be a joke. They didn't realize that this was B. Arthur. This was her personality. So the nightclub manager came up to her and said, "You're in the wrong business. You're never going to be a lounge singer, but you would be great as a comedian." That's when the shift happened. And that's when she kind of started looking more towards comedic roles. What are we making? We are going to be making chicken piccata and a chickpea and kale salad. We're going to talk about the different types of kale as well. We're going to be doing that on there too. Sorry for the long story. Not much going on. Oh, hang on. No, let's check this out. Let's pause for the cause here. Not much going on. It took me all day to make dinner rolls. Been there, done that. I feel your pain on that one. I have an oven that proofs, and the first time I used it, I overproofed. I'm assuming dough, because I'm hoping you're not overproofing your dog. I do speak Taiwanese, and overproofed my dog this time. Oh, I babysat that came out great. Now dinner's going to be prepped. But you know what? You got to roll with it. You got to roll with it vicariously. It's okay. It's not a long story. It's fine. Oh, she divorced her first husband. Yeah, but how did he die? That's what I'm trying to remember, is how did her first husband die? Jagaloo, welcome on in. How are you doing today? First of all, how did you find the stream, and where are you watching the stream from? So she went into comedy. Did you guys know? Did not know this. I was like, whole next level of respect. It was like, I liked B. Arthur. Now, B. Arthur was one of the very first women to be an active duty United States Marine. Let that sink in for a minute. We're talking back during World War II. She went through boot camp. She was stationed at the Marine Corps and the Navy air stations in Virginia and North Carolina, and then went to Europe during World War II. Her rank went from private to corporal to sergeant to staff sergeant, the title she held on her honorable discharge in September of 1945. And she was a truck driver. Go B. Arthur. I thought that was just like the coolest thing. Dog rolls for dinner? Hey, why not? Hey, why not? Yeah, Jagaloo, where you? How did you find the stream? Was it like in your just suggested? Were you looking for a specific cooking channel? Did you see the stove and think, I've got to pop into that stream because that's what everybody comes for? Rose, how are you doing? The sad thing was is that she was over 5 feet 9.5 inches tall by the time she was 12 years old. She was taller than me by the time she was 12 years old. Can you imagine being in school and having to go through that? Because kids are cruel. Kids are cruel, and shame on them. Shame on them. Died of lung cancer. Oh, he also died of lung cancer. Okay, wow. That's sad. That's sad. So now you have the facts about B. Arthur. Neat lady. Neat lady. And when I talk about people, I talk about like their careers and stuff like that. We don't go into, I don't want to talk about the negative stuff. You know, particularly if they're dead, because you know what they say, don't talk ill of the dead. Never speak ill of the dead. So we're going to modify our recipes a little bit. So the chicken piccata, chicken tenders, buying like these thin little chicken fillets are way too expensive. I had 2 chicken breasts, bone in, skin on, in the freezer. We're going to debone those. We're going to hopefully we'll get at least two fillets out of each one. Plus I'll have the little narrow fillets that we can use. That'll be fine. I have those same cutting boards. Costco? Yeah. I bought these at Costco. You got the smaller one, you got the bigger one. And there's a little one, and the little one's under here helping to hold this little other thing up. Yep. You know what? They work really well. They work really well. And a lot of people think, by the way, how many of you think on your cutting board that this is a handle for you to carry your cutting board? Does everybody think that this is a handle to carry your cutting board? I mean, it works as a handle, but did you know that this is not designed to be a handle? Does everybody know that? I'm kind of curious. The dead visit me in all my dreams. Kenara, I can't stick around at the moment. I have to get some. That's okay, Vantage. That is okay. You can put your little carcass into a lurk and do your thing. I remember her singing, one of my favorite lines was when she's talking to Mame. It's like in the middle of the afternoon. Something crazy was going on. And Mame says, Vera, darling, do you want a drink? And B. Arthur, who plays Vera, looks over and says, oh, just a tiny triple. Ellis, how are you doing? Well, hey, Miss Duna Betty, how are you? Miss Duna Betty's in the house too. Oh, we got someone good. So yeah, so if this is not a handle, what is this for? So let's see if we can show you guys, if I can give you guys, I'll do it this way. Let me move my cookbook up over. That might block it. Let's move my cookbook over here. So I want you to think that this is the prep area of my counter, okay? This is my sink. So pictures being deeper. You would put your cutting board like this, so the handle is here. And any juice that you have will run off and run down into the sink, and you can just scrape your stuff in. I mean, you can just fly it off this way, but it's just designed for you to be able to just quickly get your stuff and put it into the thing. I am good, enjoying my 2 days off work. I was supposed to go to work today, but a family member of mine passed away due to COVID. I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. I like the movie with Rosalind Russell. One of my favorite, there's different versions of this. And the movie with Rosalind Russell, was that the one that was done in the 70s? Like 1972? I think it was B. Arthur's husband, second husband, who either produced or directed that one. And she was so upset over it because she didn't want the movie, she didn't want that one to be, no, the 50s. That's what I'm thinking of. There was another one that was produced in the 70s and she didn't like it. And she didn't like it. So we have to prep our chicken. We have to prep our chicken. I don't know. But sometimes I'll have like a paper towel here. And even, so if you're not in a, like maybe this isn't a sink. Maybe you're prepping on a cutting board, but you don't have, this isn't a sink. You can still put like a paper towel down here. Rascal, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the family. You now have a seat at the infinity table. Unlimited seating for all. You get to customize your chair. Brought to you by infinitytables.com. Not a real site, not sponsored. But yeah, now you get to have a perfect little thing. And now you have the follower emote. You get to use a follower emote. So remember, if you see Derek, my husband, coming into the channel, there is a Derek Mustache Man follower emote. You got to pop that up on there. So the reason why I'm putting this cutting board down is because I am going to be working with chicken, and I want to put that, I don't want to put that on my actual cutting board. So we have let's prep our chicken first. All the prepping. My grocery store right now has, so Saturday, in my Discord, exclamation point Discord, please. In my Discord, I have the event. So right now you'll see one event is live right now. That's the stream that we're doing now. And then I am streaming on Saturday, but I'm not going to be in my stream. I'm going to be in John Leung's stream. And he is a chef out of Canada. He has asked me to be a guest in his stream. He is going to teach me how to do dumplings. I'm really excited about these. But I couldn't find any tofu because our store doesn't have any tofu. So I won't be doing the vegetarian dumplings. I'll be doing the pork dumplings. So I'll be in his stream doing that. But in his stream, I'm going to teach his community how to make kimchi. So if you guys want to learn how to make kimchi, pop in there on Saturday. And guys, save me. Fiance has enough followers on TikTok to go live. That is pretty cool, Rose. I still have not braved the TikTok world. I live through watching other TikToks and TikToks that people send me. All right, let's get this out of here. I don't want that. Let's put this in the sink. So we're just going to take these off the bone, remove the skin, and get some little chicken fillets. Oh, move that out of the way. Jeez. But I'm going to get a paper towel. Actually, I'm going to get two. I know what I need. That's tough indeed. I can say a lot of different things, but I'm not sure how it's helping. He's great with canned. Oh, that's why he's teaching me how to do the dumplings. And it's his mom's recipe, and I'm very excited about that. I love it when his mom comes on to cook with him. Where's the breastbone on this? Oh, there we are. I'm just following the bone line. We want to get as much of the meat as we can. Hopefully we'll be able to get, wow, they left this wishbone in here. We've had that conversation before. If you guys are doing even if you're breaking down a chicken, take that wishbone out. Do you have a recipe for it? For which one? Mary Banks, how are you? I'm going to sub to you on Friday. Oh, thank you so much for that. Ellis, I appreciate that. So yeah, we're going to take that. We'll take that little. Yeah, especially if you're doing a whole chicken. If you're doing a whole chicken, definitely take that wishbone out. Got a rib right there. Get rid of this. Put that there. So this, we're going to take off this skin. A recipe for the kimchi? Yes, I can send that over to you, Sam. Not a problem. The recipe I'm doing is a mixture of what's called Newell, N-E-W-E-L-L, kimchi, and manjis. So this is what's called the tenderloin. So we'll do this as a separate little piece. But this one here, boy, that's a thin, that is a thin chicken breast. Let's kind of roll that out there. Let's see if we can, because chicken piccata should be very thin. I'm keeping my knife very flat, and I'm using my hand as the weight. And this is not going to be 100% accurate, but we want a very thin piece of meat here. So now we have our very thin piece of meat. Now you could pound this out, but remember, as you pound it out, it's going to get wider and wider and wider. When you're doing this on a plate, you won't want a giant chicken piccata on your plate that's, the size of a dinner plate. I've been crying since 6 a.m. Always sad about losing a loved one. Express my sincere condolences. Yeah, it's awful. I mean, it's absolutely awful. I mean, death of anyone is not an easy thing to go through, and there's no rules to grieving and how you should grieve. But I will say that when you lose somebody, it leaves a dark hole, like a black hole in your heart, and it's very easy to get swallowed up in grief and just keep swirling in that and just keep reliving all of that. And that is not the intention of living. You know, life is for the living, and we have to acknowledge that they've had to pass for whatever reason, and they have to go on. So when you think of that black hole, I want you to start filling it. And you fill that by sharing fun stories, memories of something you did together, memories of places that you went together, something that made you laugh, something that made you smile, all those little things that make up who that individual was. And over time, that black hole is going to scar over. It's still there. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be with you. But it's not going to be as hurtful. So that's my, yeah, it's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It's okay to rail at the world. That's what I do. Sometimes we all have to do it. Sometimes we all have to do it. Sometimes you just got to go in the shower and scream. Nothing wrong with that. Come on, get the... And again with the wishbone. If you do a whole roasted chicken, and if you pull the wishbone out, it's going to carve up a lot nicer than if you left the wishbone in. Can you get out of the way? Thank you. And there's a little joint right there. That was the wing joint. Oops, I actually cut through. Oops, that's a bone. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. Queen Kitty Girl, how are you doing today? Today we are doing Dorothy. We are doing chicken piccata and a chickpea and kale salad. Let's get rid of that little joint. Get rid of some of this fat on here. Again, we're going to take off the tenderloin. Let me do it with this one here. When you take this whole chicken breast, right, and if you turn it over, this is the fillet, and it naturally there's no connective tissue to the main part of the chicken breast. This is very tender because as the chicken, so this is the top part, right? This is where the wishbone was. Actually, the wishbone came down here and comes up like this. And this is where, when the flapping of the wings, this is the muscle that actually uses. This is your most tender piece of the chicken meat. So we're going to separate that like we did this one here. We cut that one away. We're going to bread that one up and fry it. But this one you're going to cut off. You're going to start right down there at the corner and just follow that line straight up. And that is your chicken tender. That one was butchered from the other side. That I did not do. But you can see how thick this piece of meat is. That's too thick. I can't eat meat with a bone in it. Yeah, you know what? My neighbor's son is like that too. My neighbor's son does not want any meat that has a bone. And I'm using my fillet knife because my fillet knife is sharp. So we just cut that in half, and now we have two, whoops, I didn't go all the way through on that edge there. There we go. Now we have two nice, thin fillets. Alrighty. Yay us. I'm not keeping those this time. But this is such a good dinner. It whips up really quick. And like I said, you know, it seems like it takes longer here because I was, you know, deboning and doing the two. But if you go buy all of your like chicken breasts, especially if they're on sale, more power to you. We're going to put these here because we are going to be putting a little bit of flour on these. Get those going over there. And for right now, because I'm going to prep some of the other stuff, this hand is icky. This hand is not. Am I the only one who has a refrigerator door that says, yeah, I'm going to close no matter how far you open me, and not only that, I'm not going to close all the way. We're going to make you think I closed all the way. But at least it beeps at me if it's left open. Get this washed off so we don't have icky poo cooties on here. Nobody wants icky poo cooties. That's a technical term. And we're going to let that soak on the bottom. There we go. Okay. So we're going to use in our, so the salad that she's doing a chickpea and kale salad. So there's different, I'm sorry about that. I just realized I didn't do that over here. Mary Banks, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Ellis fam. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. That is just lovely. That is just lovely. Should you cut the chicken on wood or plastic? Plastic. I never cut raw meat on my wooden cutting boards. Wooden cutting boards are very, very porous, and you can't put them in the dishwasher, you can't scrub them. But those plastic ones, I can wash with hot soapy water. I can throw them on the top shelf of my dishwasher. Or if I'm just gonna wash them with hot soapy water and dry them, I can spray them with a water and bleach solution and just let them set. Don't rinse them off, just spray it and let it set. And sterilize them. A lot easier to sterilize that way. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I am so sorry if I did. We talked about the menu. You were talking about new streams. Oh, Dave, I ordered my island. It will be upwards of 8 weeks before it's here, but I finally ordered it. I found a company that sold. It's a John Boo's island. I got the hiccups. I'm so sorry. I'm eyeballing the other half of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Oh gosh. So yes, and the other thing I want to do is I've got Mathurin redeems Tell It Like Julia. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna explain the other stuff I'm looking to do for the stream, like Julia. So Mathurin has redeemed Tell It Like Julia. So that is Julia Child that we will be doing our horrible impression of for our, I don't know why the measuring thing was over there. So when we make our kale salad, we're going to use this lovely Jacinto kale, and the reason why this is so delicious is that it's beautiful in color. So our dishes are going to look this vibrant color, and it's thinner than curly leaf kale, which can sometimes be bitter if you eat it raw. This will also cook up much quicker than the curly leaf kale, and you can eat it raw. You can eat it cooked. It is delightful in soups as well. And I think this is going to be something that you would all very much enjoy. You can see that the leaves are much thinner in width as well, where the curly leaf, if you spread them out, they're much wider, but they're much tougher. And those do make for good dehydrated kale. This is the stuff you want. This should always be your first choice for go-to kale. Bon appetit! Dade, I shopped around. I shopped around like a dog. That one company that dropped the ball on me. So I found this family-owned business out of, they live in Arizona and their warehouses in Iowa or Illinois. I don't remember, I had to look them up. And they're selling, matter of fact, if you go onto the John Boo's site, I guess, it's their site that's listed, and got it on sale. I had another coupon that gave me another like $100 off, which I was quite pleased with. So yeah, this is my favorite thing. Oh yeah, those plastic boards are, thank you, E-Rock. Heather, how are you? Got done this week for the cold can and potato kale soup. I love potato kale soup. It is so good. Now, Emerald Lagasse has a
bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
kale soup and zuppa toscano, good soup. That's a good soup. That's one that E-Rock has made several times. I think you posted pictures in the Discord already of that one. Yeah, kale is a great, great dish. I mean, you can put it in anything. So I'm gonna rinse these off, and we're gonna slice these real thin. We're not gonna tear these up. We're gonna actually slice these thin. And where we're going to kind of mix up our recipe a little bit. I only had 1 can of garbanzo beans, not 2. Oh, I can picture it fighting the corn. fighting the Gorn. I can't let the Gorn win. Give me my big styrofoam rock. Get me my big styrofoam rock. We can smack that guy. Oh gosh, is that Julia? I stepped up. Yes, I did. Mathrin Redeemed, tell it like Julia. So we talked about our wonderful kale and the fact that we're using a Lacinto kale. Just good stuff. Good stuff. You were so much fun. Crazy Alice. Thank you so much for that. We like to have fun here. Live to laugh. That's going to be one of my slogans I'm going to put on there. Is I have my one slogan on my shoulder, and when I add my other slogan, I'm probably going to add it down this part of my arm here, but it's going to, and it's a slogan I've said all the time. You know, they always say that laughter is the best medicine, right? So my slogan is, I live to laugh, and I live to laugh, and laugh to live. So that's my slogan. Live to laugh to live. Laughter is wonderful. Okay. We're gonna get all this extra water out of here. You know what? I'm just gonna flip it around. I feel like I'm doing one of Connor's bird baths over there with all that water. Kale is also packed with a ton of vitamins. Amber, how are you doing? And you are so right. And you are so, it's one of those vegetables I don't think a lot of people, I am going to cut the heavy stems out though. I don't want the stems in here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to take my knife, we're just going to run it down the edges down each side and pull this stem out. And we're just going to be using the leafy portion of this. We're going to get everything prepped, because what's going to happen is while we're cooking the chicken, this salad is going to be baking in the oven. I think I will, oh, I don't have a bowl over here. Okay, my nose is going to be, you know, there's times when I wish I could sell this stuff because I'd be rich. I would be rich. But I did forget to do my flow nades this morning, so that's all my own fault. Well, who just joined our infinity table? Who just joined our infinity table? Business RPG, welcome on in. How are you doing today? How did you find the channel and where are you watching the show from? I would like to know how people find me. Some people find me as a recommended. Some people are looking for a streamer. Some people come over because they're like, hey, yeah, so-and-so said I should come follow your stream. Who knows? Maybe some are just really good stalkers. You just never know. Corky Beans, hello. We are cooking Dorothy from the Golden Girls. And today we are making chicken piccata and one of her kale and chickpea salads. Oh, so that's what I was talking about. We talked about how you often didn't see Dorothy cooking on the Golden Girls as much as you did Sophia and Rose, and sometimes, very rare, but sometimes Blanche. So Dorothy's character, being a substitute teacher and then later working at the museum, she very much was, and she was very organized because she was a teacher. So it was always indicated that she always had her meals already prepped and ready to go. She would prep for the week, like a Date Night In does. And another good streamer you guys should go follow. And so we don't see her cook. We don't see her doing a whole lot of cooking on there. Audrey, wait, did I just see Audrey and Joyce pop up in here? What? Irish King, good evening to you. I found you in the recommended place on Twitch. Well, thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. Audrey, how are you doing? It's nice to see you here. Can we get a shout out for Miss Audrey? She is so fun. She's so fun. Audrey, I so admire the fact that you can sit down and do what you do. I know you said it took a while to get used to it, and we can all get used to doing anything. We just have to practice doing it. But I was like, dang, she makes cooking look so much more relaxing than probably what I'm making it look like. Blame Hula. He raided you and kept coming back. You know, Texas Hula, that man, I'm telling you what, that man, he has a special place in my heart. Oh, isn't it a good recipe, Corky? Chicken piccata, it's such a simple dish to make, but it has so much flavor. Now, I will say this, I don't have nonpareil capers. I only have capone capers, but we're going to use them. This is not a Dorothy stream without her wisecracks. That's right. Dorothy was very sarcastic. She said that in her, if you guys ever saw her one-woman show, she talked about, and she's talked about this in interviews on TV as well, that she would go back and watch the Golden Girl episodes, and she said she didn't appreciate it during the filming and being involved in the Golden Girls as much as she did afterwards, how clever the writing was for each individual character, how clever the writing was. So that was kind of neat. Loads of my recommended list. I like food streams. Well, Business RPG, thank you so much for coming in. You took a chance on a channel and you popped into mine, and I do appreciate that very, very much. That means a lot to me. I love having new people come in, particularly when people come in and they follow, they get a seat at the infinity table, unlimited seating, you get to customize your chair. We have a lot of people sitting over there at that table, and you think it would get crowded, but with the magic of Twitch, it doesn't. The magic of Twitch, it does not. The salad, I was kind of intrigued by the salad. It's going to have chickpeas. It's going to have sun-dried tomatoes. It's going to have, I think I'm going to add some artichoke hearts. Why not? I have a little extra artichoke hearts in there. I think they'd be delicious. And today is National Artichoke Heart Day. So yeah, definitely going to put that in there. Thank you, Cervise. And Rex says, oh, you guys, I just love you guys. I can't cook for 2 people. I'm used to cooking for 20 plus. I will tell you, it was a big adjustment learning to cook for 2. Because when I lived down south, it was Laura and her friends, Derek. He would have, Derek was the sergeant for the motor squad for the California Highway Patrol. And we'd have meetings at our house, and I would cook breakfast for the motor squad. And then they would have the meeting of the sergeants, and then the sergeants would have their little meeting. And I loved doing it, loved it. It was a lot of fun. Shayna. Oh my gosh, what got blocked on there? Did something get blocked? Permit Jelly and Baby. When Julia Child was still alive, I used to avidly watch her show. Oh, wasn't she a treasure? Wasn't she a treasure? One of my favorite quotes was when she was sprinkling something alcoholic on her jelly roll filling, she said, and this is what changes it from baby food to human food. Oh, I can see that. I can totally see that. Did you do Rose Nyland stream? That is on Sunday. That's going to be on Sunday, Master Splits. We'll be doing Rose, and then the following Wednesday, we will be doing a Golden Girls brunch, and that will close out our Golden Girls theme for the month of March. I'm going to do a do-over stream of the vegetable galette because I hated the one that we did. The recipe I don't think was very good. We'll put those over here. So I don't know. I wasn't real pleased with the vegetable galette. Okay, so I'm not trying to figure out how much kale I need here. Let's find out how much kale we need here. Got to go back to work. I'll jump on again another day. Business RPG, have a great afternoon. I hope your work goes very smooth for you. And I look forward to having you here back in the stream. Have a good day. I've learned to freeze leftovers. Yes. Can you act like a dimwit? No, I could never do that. That'd be downplaying to myself, so to speak. And I will say this. I think you got to be careful with that term because I think some people could misconstrue that as being slanderous, maybe to people who have a learning, are inhibited with learning what we think of as normal learning practices. So, oh, I missed a hydrate? What? Let me fix that right now. I have auto mod turned on crazy to like the lowest case denominator because let's face it, mods are volunteers. They give of their time, but they have a life, they have families, they have jobs, and sometimes all of us as streamers have been in stream and we don't have a mod on. So you're hoping that the Autobot thing will catch at least like something like really outlandish, but it's catching some of the weirdest stuff, and that's on setting 1. I can't imagine. I wouldn't even have a chat if it was on 5. It'd probably catch every darn thing in there. Every darn word that would be said, it would catch it. I actually already need more water. I was drinking this before stream started, and I just spilt water all over the countertop. Let's get some H2O hydration. I love the good old H2O. I'm a big water drinker. I am a huge water drinker. I love drinking water. Let's get this all sliced up. So the recipe calls for the recipe calls for, and we are cooking all of this from the book that Spank My Betty got me, the the Golden Girls Cookbook. The Golden Girls Cookbook. It said you were, bullying. Jeez, not hardly. NMD, hello, how are you doing today? And Gus is here. Hello, Gus. It's nice to see you. And it's, oh my gosh, you guys just make my day. You really do. You really do. Okay, so we have the lacinato kale. We're going to do, it says about 3/4 of a pound, so we're going to go ahead and slice all this up. It's very thin strips. So I'm going to take this and we'll line these up. We're just going to, let's get all those going. Then we have our beans, sun-dried tomatoes, chicken broth. So we're going to get this all going because what this has to do, they want you to let this set. It says on here, let it stand about 10 minutes. We want that kale to kind of soften a little bit with all the stuff we're going to add to it. So while that's sitting for 10 minutes, we're going to bread our chicken, get our chicken going, and then the kale's going to go in the oven once we start our chicken. So let's get this sliced up, shall we? I was teasing Chef Steve earlier. I popped into his stream for a little bit to say hello. I haven't seen him in ages. His schedule's been really busy. And he'd been on for like 2 hours and 27 minutes. And he's making tacos, and he was just starting to prep the tacos. I said, what? You're not even cooking yet? He goes, well, I made cookie dough. Oh, that red looks nice on you. Oh, you know me, I love the color red. It's my favorite color. It is my favorite color. Crocs 96.7 is in the house. Crocs, how is work going? By the way, I had to move your bean bag over just a little tiny bit because somebody wanted to put one of those bar chairs there in the back. I hope that was okay. Chef John Reed, Chef John Reed, thank you so much for bringing your family over. Oh my gosh, I didn't get to pop into your stream this morning. I am so sorry. We got that cheeky raid going on. What was John cooking today, guys? I didn't even get to see his stream this morning. Nicole coming in with a resub. Thank you, Nicole. 11 months. What? Get Cream Delicious coming in with a wonderful follow. Holy Toledo. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting my mic is right there. I'm not used to having the little clip-on mic yet. I'm still getting used to that on there. Well, Raiders, welcome on in. My name is Kanara. I'm a food and drink streamer here on Kanara. Yep, that's it, guys. It's no longer called Twitch. It's called Kanara Town. But right down there is my logo. Do you guys see it right down there? And I'm laughing like this because I'm having a good time. If you guys could click that logo, all that does is take out the raid URL, brings you directly into my stream. That just helps out my numbers. I would greatly appreciate that. Do get this old gal a thing on here. Oh, John, I am doing fantastic. It's another good day here on Twitch. Yeet! How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Thank you for that follow. For those that are following, even those that haven't followed, join the Discord, ! Discord. Today we're doing for the month of March, we've been doing a Golden Girls theme. So today we're doing Dorothy. So we've been learning a little bit about Dorothy. We're going to start our trivia game here. Always good to see you. Wonderful vibe as always. John, I'm telling you, right back at you. I love your stream. I love how your community interacts with you. You have such a fun and inviting community. If you guys are not following John Reed, I'm telling you, go follow that man. Go follow that man. I need to buy him a jar of Korean Worcestershire sauce, or what's that called sauce? So he knows what Korean Worcestershire sauce is. Cherry's here. Cherry Gas is in the house. What? Golden Girls? Yes, we're doing Golden Girls trivia. Each one of the. So we've already done Sophia. We started off with Sophia. We did Blanche. Today is Dorothy. Sunday is Rose, and Wednesday is our brunch. So we're gonna have a trivia contest for each one of our streams on there. Each one of those streams on there. So Raiders, for those of you who don't know me, who haven't been here before, I work for Oregon State University. I'm a home food safety and preservation specialist. So we often talk food safety here while we're cooking up stuff and having a good time. And I'll tell you, doing this whole streaming thing has been a wild adventure, and I absolutely love it. So I am very, very thrilled that you guys are here today. It does mean a lot to me. It really does. Cherry gochujang. Well, now on Saturday, I'm doing a collab stream in John Leung's stream, and I will be using gochujang I'm teaching his community how to make kimchi, and he's teaching me how to make dumplings. Want to know what I had specifically made from a family friend? Kanara, want to know what I had? Oh, yes, I would love to know what you guys are cooking. Korean Worcestershire sauce. Oh, here we go. And doop. This is Korean. Oop. I'm not very good at. And anyway, that's Korean. I don't know why. I am not good at holding on there, but this, it tastes different. It does not taste the same as what we think of as Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. Tastes totally different. I had one question: does eating fish and curd together is harmful for our body and skin? That I do not know. That I don't know. If you had a fish allergy, I would say yes, for darn sure. But yeah, it's totally different than regular Worcestershire sauce. Yes, we do have a rave party going on inside the pantry over there. I know, Hungry Wolf. Remember, guys, dates on foods. What's this one say? This is a can of cannelli white beans. Best if used by April 2023. That does not mean these are going to go bad in April 2023. It is a best used by date. It just means that they're going to have the highest nutrient value if you use it within that time, and they're going to have the highest amount of flavor if used within that time. So long as the can is intact, meaning you can't squish it, it's not bulging, it's not rusting out on the bottom or has leaks on it, this can will be good 5 years after that date, 6 years after that date. I mean, when you think of emergency storage and stuff like that, when the zombies come, you're not going to care how old that can is, but so long as that can is intact, you're good. You're good. You're not going to have any problem. And who is bringing a bar chair? Those are not comfy at all. It's what they wanted, though, Crocs. It's what they wanted. Remember, it's the infinity table. Unlimited seating for everybody. Everybody gets to customize their chair. Maybe they want to be up a little higher. Maybe they want to be up a little higher so they can see it. And luck, hello. Sorry, I'm late. My mobile hates rating. No, don't worry about that at all. My insulin expired in 2022. It did not work. Well, medicine's a different thing. Medicine is a different thing because most medications, you'll notice that most medications come in that orange, like orange tinted plastic bottle. Insulin does not. Insulin comes in a clear glass jar. And any medicine, most of your medicines are packaged in such a way they're not exposed to light. Insulin is very light sensitive. So, opening and closing the refrigerator door and stuff like that. So that can go bad rather quickly. Smell and taste first before you throw any food away. Collab, you want to know the interesting thing about that? One of the worst cases of food poisoning you can get is botulism. We call it CBOT. Call it CBOT in the industry. But that's one of the worst things you can get. No taste, no smell, can't see it because it doesn't grow as mold. You don't know it's there until you've contracted it. And remember, the first symptom is going to be your eyes are going to start going wonky. You're going to be kind of like, gosh, I just can't focus on anything. I can't see anything. I can't. So remember that. I had a cast iron electric skillet with a lid, and I had him to make it big and deep so I can fry chicken. Ooh, fried chicken. I love fried chicken. It's my favorite. I've sent MREs. Oh, yeah, and you can still eat them. So long as the packaging is intact. A lot of people think they have to throw it away. They don't. Reboot, hello. I don't know why I love that one so much. I don't know why I love that so much. I used to work at Morrison. They made us date everything, even boxes of salt. Yeah, Himalayan pink salt has an expiration date, on it, and yet it's millions of years old. So they're digging it in quarries that are millions of years old. I know. It's bizarro land. It's bizarro land. So we're going to start slicing. We're just going to slice this up very thin. It might, not want to slice because it's, it's going to want to break apart. Either way, we're just going for that real pretty green. We're going for the nutrition value first. We'll get this all sliced up. I need to get a bowl out for this. We're going to get all the stuff prepped and start cooking it all up at the same time. I love that song so much. I was so excited to get the new just starting screen. I haven't figured out the timer thing though, because when I open up OBS and I go to the just starting screen, it starts the timer. And then I'm like, okay, I don't want the timer to start. So I'll close the just starting screen. I'll come over to the main camera and I'll go back to it. And the timer says, hey, we're done. I'm like, no, how do I start? I want it to start when I want it to start, not when I open up OBS. So I don't know. Marfoss, this song takes me back, right? Right. Oh man, so many of these songs. Oh, and in our Discord, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, do join the Discord. And let me know where you're from and where you're from so I can put your pin. And we have a live working globe in that channel so you guys can check out where everybody's watching the stream from. But I also have one that says, what are you listening to? And if you tell me what I would like to know what people's inspirational song is. Like one that gets them pumped up and ready to go. Like maybe they're going to something they got to get really hyped up for. Maybe they're going to something where they're like really nervous. They want something that's going to calm them. I have a playlist in there that's in that pinned post as well for the songs that you like to use to get you going, calm you down, make you feel happy if you're feeling blue. That kale jumped up and tried to kill me. I saw that kale do that. I actually watched it happen. Oh wait, Mars, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. You now have the follower emotes. If you see Derek come in the channel, make sure you throw up, we have a Derek. We're gonna get it chopped up today. Thanks a lot, Rexus. Killer Kale, live on stream. Brought to you in part by vitamin B12. I don't even know if that's the vitamin that's in this. Let me get a bowl out for this first of all. We'll just use this one. Oh, I'm so excited to get the new cutting thing. So the other thing I'm looking into doing, I'm looking to get a mirrorless camera. I have a lead on one of these, and to replace, but I can't use it to replace the main camera because it has the controls on the flip thing. And if I want to be able to zoom in or do any of that on the fly, I don't know if I can do that from Stream Deck. That's something I need to check on. But I thought about replacing this camera here, which looks here, and have it clipped on where it comes over and it looks straight down, and I can zoom in onto the food straight down or zoom back up. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. Oh, Ingrediology is here. How are you, Logan? I understand you had a pretty busy weekend. Yeah? Logan is a new dad. And an awesome one at that. I love the pictures you share. I don't want you to ever stop sharing those pictures. I can't believe that you had one picture, Logan, where he was standing up. And I was like, when did he get to looking that big? And a girl who bakes posted a picture of her son. He had his wispy blonde hair, so he got it all like crew cut. He looks like he's like 5 years older all of a sudden. But if you guys aren't following Ingrediology, you need to. You need to. We have some great food and drink streamers on here. John Reed, Ingrediology. These are all people that I really enjoy watching. One, for their content, because they have really good content, cooking up some really good food. And because of John Reed now, that has nothing to do with food, but I sang that song, making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. And I learned what that was in Chef Nagin's channel when I first started watching Chef Nagin. Logan is an instructor. He's a chef instructor, so he teaches classes. So you guys want to actually learn classes on how to cook a certain thing. He's done. You did chicken pot pies, and what was the one you just did here recently? No, you are. I'm just here. I'm just a gal cooking in the kitchen, having a good time talking about food, and grateful that anybody at all wants to listen to what I have to say. If people are here because they want to learn something, and that's gravy. That's gravy. So this kale is pretty good stuff. Let's see if I can roll that one up there a little bit more. There we go. Good in soups. One of the things I love to do with kale is I'll cut it real thin like this, and that's my topping on top of my soups. And I've done that with cabbage before. And you just let it sit on the top of the soup, let it kind of wilt a little bit and then stir it all in. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. It's so hard to get rid of because it doesn't really end. Oh, what are we talking about here? I am so bad. That song, it's like, this is a song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is a song that never ends. Yeah, you can get stuck on that forever. And for the record, I want y'all to know, you know the shark song, the baby shark song and whatever? Do you know I learned that school in cheerleading camp in high school? Back before the 80s were cool. Let's just say that. Yeah, you guys all think it's a new song. It's been around a long, long time. Vibes, a fellow chatter in another stream, is expecting to. We don't know the gender yet. Are you guys going to do, is there going to be a gender reveal? Texas, Hulo, Texas. Did you hear us talking about you? We were talking about you. And I'm missing stuff on here. And I am so, no, not the lamb chop. Oh my gosh. I love that little puppet. I loved her. Thank you for giving a shout out to Texas, Hula. Don't sing the shark song. Baby shark, do-do-do. Do, baby shark, do. We had to learn that in cheerleading camp. Why? Why would we have to learn that in cheerleading camp? I don't know, but we had to learn that in cheerleading camp. That was like the dumbest thing ever. Now, Hula is another really fun streamer to follow. Not a food and drink streamer. He's a woodworker. So if you, I can't say that on stream. Go follow Hula. Go follow Hula. I can't say that on stream. If not, I'll have to give you the $20 when I see you. Was it true? What was what true? Wait, was what true? What did I miss? Wait a minute. Don't sing the shark song. I got to figure out, what did I miss, Hula? You're gonna have to resend that. Lamb chop memory unlocked. Yeah, lamb chop memory activated. Dinosaur kale? Oh, was it true? Oh, yes, it was true. We were talking about how lovely your stream is and how lovely your community is. You have a very lovely community. Yes, you have a very lovely community. Kaya B? Well, welcome on in. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. You now have a seat at the infinity table and the follower emotes. I had a lamb chop puppet as a kid. Fluffy Bunny is here. Texas, your community is great. We all have really wonderful, wonderful communities that I truly cherish. And because of that, it's interesting because when you start finding good communities and you start following where they're rating out to, you start finding more communities that are like really neat ones to hang out with. And I think that is so cool. You can call me Kyle if you want. Kyle, I will call you Kyle. Please remind me though. A lot of times, I'm just getting used to learning somebody's name and I'll forget, but remind me. Don't think that, oh no, she called me the wrong name again. I don't want to make her mad by correcting her. Correct me. Correct me. I want to know. I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, so we got our kale chopped up. We have our kale is all chopped up, so we have that going. Let's get our, I just used the wrong rag for that. I meant to use the wet one to kind of get all this stuff up on it. All right, kale done. Yes, welcome on in. And I am doing pretty darn good. Can't complain. Wouldn't do any good anyway. Why complain? All right, let's put this book back over here. All right, so we need a little bit of breadcrumbs. I'm just going to freeform that one. Let's get our beans drained. Now, like I said, I only had 1 can of garbanzo beans. Don't think it's the end of the world. It's like, oh, the recipe calls for 2 cans of this and you only have 1 can. Do you have another can of beans? And if you don't have another can of beans, then you don't have another can of beans. It'll just be a little bit more bean free. She just called you kale. Did I say, oh, probably because I was talking about because we have the kale. I was actually chopping up kale. But we have Kyle here during the kale chopping, during the chopping of the kale. If you click on someone's name, you will see a pin next to their name. You can add little hints. When do I have time to do that when I'm streaming? That means I have to type on the laptop keyboard. Baby shark, doo-doo-doo. Thank you, Rexus. I'm still trying to figure out hover. Somebody's like, you need to put your clips on hover. And I'm like, I don't have time to go back and look through my stream. These are pretty big. So you know what we're going to do? Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put these, well, this is going to drip here, but that's okay. So what I'm going to be doing is half of these are going to go into a bowl and we're going to mash them. So if it was 2 cans of chickpeas, 1 can of chickpeas would go into a bowl. We'd mash it with the kale. I'm going to mash up these white beans because they're much bigger than the chickpeas. And we'll leave the chickpeas kind of whole, right? It'll kind of give us a nice texture. I'll just drain these out. I'm not going to bother rinsing them, just draining them. Sometimes they'll tell you to rinse them, and I rinse black beans and pinto beans because they do have kind of a thick coating around them when they come out of the thing. Tyrannosaurus. Kyle is here. Now we have another Kyle here, a date night in Kyle. How are you doing? Did we get a shout out from Miss Kyle? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Berry minty, good grief. The puns are hearty here today. We like the puns. We like the puns. Okay, let me come back up here. I gotta remember, wait, okay, so if you click on somebody's name, I'm gonna click on, I don't see a little pencil. Show me where this pencil is. If you, okay, hang on. If you click on someone's name, you will see a pin next to their name. Oh, Rami, now I get it. Sometimes it takes a second for it to sink into the old brain housing group. The old brain housing group here. Gail Ann, how are you doing? How's your hand doing? How's the finger doing? A date night in. Thank you so much for that subscription. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to go back up here and get everything and make sure I'm not missing anything. I love the thought process. You never want to know. Sometimes my thought process is like a roller coaster that has been derailed and the carts are just flying straight down towards the ground. Oh, so there are so many good peeps in here. Apparently, let's see, Rose, apparently I needed that sandwich, Cajun turkey, pepper jack, mayo, pepper, and a glass of sweet tea. Well, you had me at the sweet tea as well. I love sweet tea. And I shouldn't, been there, done that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Cherry, you've gifted the sub to a date night in. Thank you. That is so, Cherry, that is so generous of you. That is so incredibly generous of you. We got all the Kyles. We got Kyles for days. Fox, thank you for the hydrate. Got to get that going on here. Misty 200, how are you doing today? Meet you. VHNS, thank you for that follow. You now have a seat at the infinity table. So Misty 200, how did you find the stream and where are you watching the stream from?
Come meet our family. Let us meet you.
Rami, thank you for that follow. Now you have a site. Now you have a seat at the infinity table. Unlimited seating. Everybody has room. Guys, I found something kind of cool at the grocery store. I've never had it before. Maybe you have. It's not peanut butter. It's not almond butter. It's not Nutella. I can't do Nutella. Nutella has milk in it, so I can't do Nutella. This doesn't have milk in it. I was really excited about it, but I need to figure out what to do with it. And I have an idea, but this, it's a cookie butter. It's a cookie butter. Now, yeah, do you know what this is? Have you had this noodle? You're gonna use it on everything. I don't want to touch it with my finger. I want to try it. I want to try it. So the ingredients state, cookie butter made with Lotus Biscoff cookies. So it just has all the stuff. Oh, this is bad. I should not have tasted that. I should not have tasted that. Oh. Okay, what do you guys think about this? Okay, for those that have had this, oh my gosh, I should not have opened this.
Come meet our family. Let us meet you.
When it's a Moan's Bite. Perfect timing for you to come in. Welcome on in. Okay. It's sweet. It's not overly sweet. You get that real savory the undertones of the buttery flavor from those cookies. What if we take a roasted almond, right? We take a date, we stuff the date with this, we put an almond inside of it for a crunch, or we wrap it in bacon and bake them. Warm it slightly. I don't need ice cream. I'm just going to eat it out of the jar by spoonfuls at a time. Hey everyone, new to Twitch, love this yums. Welcome to Twitch and welcome to Kanar's Counter or Kanar's Kitchen. We need to come up with a community name. So in the Discord, !Discord, in the general channel, let me know your ideas for a community name and we'll put them up to a vote. It doesn't have to have my name in it. It doesn't have to have my name. If you guys want my name in it, that's fine, but it doesn't have to have my name in it. Sun-dried tomatoes. These little things are expensive. So when tomatoes come in season, here's your tip for the day. When tomatoes come in season, if you guys have a dehydrator, I want you to go buy a bunch of Roma tomatoes or go to your U-Pick or grow your own Roma tomatoes. Tomatoes grow like weeds. Slice them real thin, put them in your dehydrator and dehydrate them. Then you're going to dip them into lemon juice to acidulate them. And we'll talk about this more because we're going to actually do this. And then you'll put them into warm olive oil and let them set. By acidulating them, you can keep them on the shelf in your jar or in your pantry. But if you don't acidulate them and you put them in this, you'll have to keep them in the refrigerator. So yeah, Kanar's Kitchen Counter. Okay, ingrediology, I had thought about that, but I couldn't do it, and I'll tell you why. Because I thought if I was going to do a logo, so if I was going to do like a big logo on something, Kanar's Kitchen Counter, that would be great. But if we do a small round logo, it becomes KKK, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Bacon, it's all about the bacon. It's all about the bacon. It's all about the bacon. Wait, yeah. That's why I was like, oh, no, I can't do that. All right, so these are our schmaters. How many schmaters does it say we need? I really got to start cooking them. Each one only takes 20 minutes to cook. All right. How many tomatoes do we need? We need 2 ounces, a 1/4 cup of bottled chopped sun-dried tomatoes in oil plus 2 tablespoons. All right, so we're going to take some of these out. Enough to get us a 1/4 cup. Now these are whole, well, these are sliced in half. These are Roma tomatoes. So these are the Roma tomatoes. The reason why you want to use, why is that? Maybe I don't have that light close enough to me. Roma tomatoes make your best sun-dried tomatoes for the main reason of they're meatier. They're not, slicer tomatoes are really good to put on your sandwich. Roma tomatoes have that good meat in them, which makes them really good for sun-drying, makes them really good for tomato sauces, particularly tomato pastes. Eat all the butter, that butter stuff. Somebody's gonna have to hide that because that is way too good, way too good. I eat it with toast too, potato chip. Oh, geez, you guys are killing me. All right, we wanna get about a 1/4 cup of these chopped up. I'm gonna slice these the same way. Now it wants about 2 tablespoons of the oil. There's 1, there's 2. Can I get that off of there? I love sun-dried tomatoes. I love sun-dried tomatoes. Oreo biscotti, good on ice cream. My store used to sell a lot of good dairy-free option for ice cream. They haven't had any for about a year. Now, I know shipping is kind of crazy right now, but a year, really? Oh, these smell deliciousness. All right, I'm just gonna put these in with the oil, right? Because we're just gonna put all these together. Preheat, stir in the chicken broth and chickpeas, kale, feta, scrape the mixture into the thing, cover, spread the breadcrumbs, trim the kale, yeah, oh yeah, okay, so we're gonna put all these together. So we're just gonna put these sliced tomatoes in with the, but today is National Artichoke Heart Day. Thank you, Lady Varkalox, for bringing that to my attention. And I just happen to have, did I not get those out? Can't take me anywhere. Nope, I did not. Let's get out our capers too. This recipe calls for nonpareil capers. Nonpareil capers is a French term, and it means without equal or pear, but nonpareil capers are very small capers. They're about the size of a peppercorn, not much bigger than a peppercorn. These are capote capers, so these are a little bit bigger than, well, you're an ugly one. Right off the bat, the first one I see is an ugly one. Get out of there. They're pickled. These are really good, and I had never done this before until I saw Pantry Elf do this. She takes these capers, she drains them real well on a paper towel, and then she deep fries them and uses them as salad toppings. I thought that was so good. Kanara's concoctions. That's good. Put that, if you have not joined the Discord, join the Discord and put that in the general channel. I like that one. That's the only time you can give Kanara crabs. I can't believe I just said that. Oh. Okay. I got. Hello, Parole. I can say Rachel. Well, welcome on in. How are you doing today? It is nice to have you here. It's me, Rachel R. Yo, you did change your name. Why did you change your name? And by the way, I did tomato quiche. Yum, yum, yum. I love tomato quiche. I love quiche. I can't do it. Fried caper. Yeah, I had never done the fried capers before. So just so you guys understand, this is a caper. This is how big they are. But the little ones are kind of nice to use. So we're gonna add some of these. How many capers do we want? Wait, do we not know about the capers for this? What am I talking about? The capers are for the chicken piccata. The gourd is here. The gourd is here. We are fighting to the death. We are fighting to the death. All right, we got our sun-dried tomatoes. We got our kale ready to go. Let's get out our, it wants about 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs with some, we're gonna put some olive oil in it. It's gonna be our topping for our stuff on there. How much do you feel like dancing today? Dancing, dancing, dance the night away. I feel like dancing, dancing, dance the night away. But remember this, you never know if you're gonna need those channel reports for something else. I'm telling you, I am a different human being when that song comes on. I'm driving the car or shopping in the grocery store. I am a total different person. A little bit of olive oil inside of our, I should get a spoon. Just put a little olive oil there. We're gonna toss that up because that's gonna give us our browning. That's gonna help it all just kind of get all nice and toasty and crunchy. We'll set this off to the side. I'm gonna put some, I don't know, maybe I won't do the artichoke hearts in this. Maybe we'll mix it up. We'll put the artichoke hearts in with the chicken piccata. There we go. Because they're both kind of pickly. All right, so we have that going. That's done. Is that all we need for in here? Oh, and I need a couple of, I also need 3 ounces of feta. I cannot do feta. Where's my other green onions? I only need 2 of these. And I just washed these too. So I cannot do feta. And the reason why I can't do feta is feta here in the States is not made with goat cheese or sheep's cheese. Feta here in the US is made with cow dairy because it's cheap. And I can't do cow dairy. So yeah, I have to do, who did it? Who took my knife? DJ, did you really, oh. Okay.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
And my daughter would finish that song. If you were 6 and you had bad dreams, don't get fooled like a fluffy old poodle. Weird kid. Weird kid. What? What? I don't know what you're talking about, Kanara. Suddenly DJ talks with a really bad British accent. All right, we'll slice these up. Now I'm going to get my chicken out because I want my chicken to not quite be ice cold. Remember, my refrigerator's cold. So should your refrigerator. Your refrigerator should not be below. I would honestly say your refrigerator should not be above 39 degrees. That's from a food safety standpoint. I'm just going to cut these on an angle. We'll put these into our bowl. This is for a topping. I hope this is for a topping. This is for a topping. Kanara, can you tell us an interesting story that happened to you? Oh, Lordy. I got an interesting story for days. You want a Klingon story? You want a story about when I was dressed up as a full battle Klingon? Well, not 100% dressed up. I was 70% dressed up because I had to go to the bank. And at the time, when you went to the bank, you were not allowed to wear anything that covered your face. They wouldn't help you. Yes. Okay. Logan, you have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for popping in. I hope the rest of your day is fun and smooth, calm. We're just going to go through the whole thing. Okay, so a Klingon story. So I used to dress up as a full battle Klingon. That's actually where my name Kanara comes from. And the part of the outfit that I had on, of course, was the black leggings with the high, boots. Not like stilettos. Those were donkulous. No Klingon female is going to fight in stilettos. These are like regular boots. But they also had the hook on the end of the toe. I had on the corset, which laced up, and the arm with the gauntlets up. I had the gauntlets on. Because I couldn't get dressed. I only had like X amount of time at the venue to get dressed. So I had the part of the hair piece was already in, so it was long dark hair down to here, very wavy hair. And of course, with this corset thing on, wearing basically like yoga pants, right? Which I can't wear yoga pants in public. I'm one of those people that I can't do that. I can't. And I'm at the ATM. And I'm standing there at the ATM, and this guy comes walking up behind me. Now, mind you, the wig that I had on also had the headpiece, the headpiece glued onto it. So I had the rigid forehead already on, and I had the nose piece glued on. I didn't have the teeth in, and I had the regular base makeup on, but not the part that did like the really sharp angles for the cheekbones. That was what I was going to put on when I got to the venue. And I'm standing there at the thing, and I'm thinking in my head, they're recording all this, right? They're going to look at this and go, what the heck is getting money out of Kanara's account, right? So I'm getting my money, and this guy behind me is going, and I hear him doing that whole, kissy face thing, which guys don't do that to women. And he's like, man, I'd like that. He made this rude comment about my butt and the whole bit. And I thought, this is going to be so much fun when I turn around. And I turned around and I went, what? And he literally backed up so fast, falls on his butt, stands back up, and runs out the parking lot towards his car. Never saw him again after that. Command crabs, what? DJ? DJ? Oh my gosh. My oldest son used to sing Tina Turner's What is Love? Don't you love when the kids sing things differently like that? I love that. Oh man. I've got other stories. I've got other stories. Let me tell you what. Okay, so we trimmed our kale. That's in here. Let's get this all together. Let's mix this up. Rub the panko with olive oil. It's off to the side. We're going to preheat, and I do have to move my oven rack on this one. We're going to bake this at 400. Let's get that up to 400. Not 410. Thank you very much. We'll bake that at 400. We're going to put these into a medium bowl, mashy. Sure, let's mashy. But we're going to be mashing these with a potato masher. Make life easier. Get out a square bowl. If you have a potato masher like mine, if I do this in a bowl that has a bottom like this tiny little round, no. So remember, I'm going to mash up the kidney beans because we're going to leave the chickpeas whole, and we're just going to mash these until these are kind of mashed up. Mashy, mashy. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, I got beans everywhere. Oh, good night. Okay, well, those beans. Okay, we got this. We got this. Every Dutch person has this. I'm glad I can be that amusing person for you there, Vantage. I live for that. I live for that. Oh, gads. Well, I guess we'll be adding some new things to the hover today. If I've got to remember to go on and clip some of these in. I've got to go on and remember to clip these. And we will we'll add some new things to hover. If you guys, I'm on, I think it's !social. So if you guys, you know, let me tell you, I've seen a lot of people who will come into streams and they will say, I wish I could sub, but I can't sub. I don't have the money to sub, and that's okay. I would never ask you to sub. I would never say, hey, I need you to sub. That's not what we do here. If people want to sub, they sub, and it helps out the stream and helps with groceries, and everything that we put into the stream goes into the stream. I don't use it to pay bills. But one of the best ways you can help out a streamer is be present in chat and hanging out. Retweet my tweets. I tweet every time I get ready to go live. I tweet my tweets. So retweeting my tweets, hanging out in the Discord and chatting in the Discord, you know, those are great ways. That being part of the community is a huge thing, huge factor. There we go. Thank you. Are you crushing on Audrey Vantage? Listen, young man. Listen, young man. There we go. No. No. Okay. But you got to admit, she's a doll. She is an absolute doll. I know you're talking about your Instagram fella. I know. He does have nice eyes. I will say that. He does have nice eyes. All right, so these are all mashy mashy. Okay, mash them. We did that. Sun-dried tomatoes and their oil. In this all goes. We're going to get all that oil out. All right, and their oil. Mash for the mash. Oh, by the way, did you know that Sophia has a potato masher in her suitcase at all times? Thank you, Rexus. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Rexus, you always make me laugh. You really do. You and Cherry and DJ. I mean, we got some fun people around here. I will tell you what. Okay. We need to have some chicken broth, the remaining chickpeas, the scallion, the feta. Okay, so we're going to add our other chickpeas inside here. I'm going to mash these just a little tiny bit. We're going to mash these a little tiny bit. 23 skidoo, welcome on in. This dance is for you. Oh, thank you, Cherry. 23 skidoo, how did you find the channel and where are you watching from? Oh, thank you, Fluffy. Thank you, Fluffy. We'll take that hydrate all day. I'm just going to mash a couple of these up. Not a whole lot. We don't want to mush. We want to have a little bit of a bite to it. A little bit of a crunch. Just there we go. That's all we need. All right. Beans you can eat right out of the can. You don't have to heat them up. All right. 3 ounces. How many ounces is this little log of goat cheese? 5. So we'll add just a little over half of this. I'm from Texas. Twitch recommended you on the front page for me. Well, I am really glad you popped in. You got a recommendation and you took a chance. I appreciate that very much. I'm actually in the state of Oregon, and I am a home food safety and preservation specialist. I am a home food safety I was going to say by day, but then I also stream by day. So yeah, never mind. So I'm just going to take out a little bit of this. Like I said, I cannot do regular feta because regular feta is not legitimately done with sheep and goat cheese, and being lactose intolerant, I have to be careful what I eat. Jazz Force 1. Bet Twitch needs to make Kanara a Twitch ambassador. Oh, Jazz, that's such a nice thing to say. Thank you. Wow, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I love doing what I do. I'm a PG-13 stream. I want everybody to be welcome to come in here and want to get, you know, inspired by food. I think I'll just put this back in here. Have fun with food. You know, learn to laugh at yourself. I cannot tell you, that's one of the biggest things I would tell people to do is learn to laugh at yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to have a long road ahead of you. Don't take things so seriously. There are so many, you know, okay, this is what's scary. I am getting to that age where I'm like, look, I'm going to give you some advice. And I remember being younger and somebody older telling me the same thing. And I was like, yeah. No, trust me. Listen to what I'm telling you. Don't take things so seriously. Don't. All right, so we have some Atamala. I just joined for the first time and you were dancing. The little crab dance. Yeah, doing a little crab dance there. Doing a little crab dance. Phoenix, hello. How are you doing today? Oh, you're lovely. Oh, thank you. You guys are, oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush. Oh, we got to get our, now I'm getting all discombobulated. Now we're going to put our, we got to stir this into this. I probably should have got a bigger bowl out for this, but you know what? We're going to go for it. Nothing ventured and nothing gained. We're just going to we're just getting this to mix up. This whole thing now is going to be baked for about 20 minutes, but we're going to let it set. Now, does anybody know what I forgot? I know what I forgot, so I'll make sure it gets in here. Hey, get over here. But does anybody else know what I forgot? Oh, clip that discombobulated. Oh, I can't. It's hard for me to clip things. I've got a clip button on this little device thingamajiggy here, but I don't know if it works. And I don't know how far back that went. I do a lot of strips. I do a lot. Oh, now I'm singing that song by Adam Ant. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm always clipping other things in other people's streams because I find them absolutely hysterical and I like to go back and watch them. What? That song by Adam Ant. What is that song by Adam Ant? If I strip for you, will you strip for me? I can't remember what that song was. You've been cut off from English. Oh, you guys will make me laugh. It makes my nose run even more. It makes my nose run even more. Oh. Okay, I need out a, at the tone, the time will be. Tay Love, hello, welcome on in. How are you doing today? How did you find the stream and where are you watching from? And for those who are just joining, we also have a Discord channel. Please come on into the Discord. Adamelia, thank you so much for that follow. You guys, I hurt your faces. Oh, I saw a TikTok where a dancer fell off a pole and dry landed belly flop, got back up and did her thing. I don't think you'll ever find me on a pole. I might have to climb like a power pole if I have to go up and do something like that, but yeah, I don't think I'd ever do a one of those type of streams on. Nobody wants to see that because let me tell you something, guys. As you get older, you think things are moving in one direction, but they're really going in a totally different direction that is not attractive in any way, shape, or form. It's like, nah. Okay, I'm just trying to get this all mixed up in here. Kind of incorporating everything. Oh, does anybody, that's right. Does anybody know what we have not put into this dish that we need to put into this dish? Was anybody, who was paying attention? Who was watching that? Lemon juice and vinegar. That'd be a good one. I can see the vinegar doing that, especially when you make collard greens. You know, you always want to add that vinegar to the collard greens. Hang on. You guys are making me laugh so much. My nose is just running like a sieve. But actually what we forgot to do was salt and pepper. Let's get some salt and pepper going on in here. Hey Kenneth 3D Prince, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. We'll give that a Wow. See what happens when you guys get me to laughing? Holy cow. You know what? Lungs are so overrated. Ooh, Worcestershire sauce. But then it wouldn't be vegetarian or vegan. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Tell me like Julia. Berry Minty coming in with a redemption for Tell It Like Julia. So, now we're going to let our salad that's going to sit here and rest. And by resting, we're going to soften that kale up. It's going to make it such a wonderful texture as we eat and enjoy this salad with our chicken piccata. Such a good dish in and of itself. And then we'll start baking this and making our chicken up. And then we're going to have a lovely, lovely lunch and a very healthy one at that. We can all eat a little bit healthier now and again. Maybe a little less butter here. What am I saying? We can't use less butter. So stir this up well, get the salt well incorporated onto all of that kale, and be ready for some good eats. Bon appetit. Tina, hello, how are you doing today? Oh, you gotta, I'll say, you can also send it over to one of the mods. They can take care of that as well. Okay, so let's get all of this in here. So when do you want me to add, when do you want me to add the chickpeas? Oh, you know what we forgot to stir in here? You know what? I've already mixed this up, so we're going for it. But one of the ingredients, another ingredient we forgot to do was I got to open up, we got to do some of the chicken broth. So we're just going to gently pour some of the chicken broth over all of this. I have been lurking for a bit. We love lurkers. I know that, we have people that sometimes watch from work, and they can't talk all the time because they're at work and we don't want them to get in trouble. I have one young lady who watches the show off and on when she's driving home from work. So she can't exactly type in the chat that says, hey, Kanar, what's going on? I'm driving my vehicle and chatting to you in stream. That would not be safe. That would not be safe. Oh, wait, what is this one? I got to see what this one is. It's hard for me to clip things. I've got a clip button on this little device thing How much here, but I don't
stock
know
do I
if it
need?
works.
Half a
I don't know
cup.
how far back that went. Oh. I do a lot of strips. Oh, you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Let's get a half a cup of chicken stock in there. We're gonna let this set for a little bit, and we're gonna get started breading our chicken piccata and get that going. Oh my gosh. Like I said, just because you didn't mix this in doesn't mean you can't put it in after the fact, It's just going to add a little moisture to this. And I believe we have to cover this up, right? The remaining chickpeas, shredded kale, scallions, the feta. Now, it wanted the feta on the top. I don't like to put and I did goat cheese. I like it mixed in with everything. So that was one of the things we actually changed. We're going to put a couple of our green onions here. And then we're going to add our breadcrumbs right on the top. And then we're going to let this set. We're going to let this set while we prep our chicken. And then the chicken's going to start cooking at the same time this is cooking, and then we'll have lunch. Food Beast, what? What? Food Beast, how are you doing? Can we get a shout out for Food Beast? This is a fun channel, guys. These gentlemen, they do a fun cooking segment. They have cooking competitions where some of your favorite food and drink streamers will go head to head in competitions. They will sometimes take on a challenge, a TikTok challenge, and the guys will get in there and cook this stuff up. Really a fun group of people to follow. I love, love, love their show. Thursdays, 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Right now, USA, for those in Europe, USA, we're on our daylight time now. I know you guys go on daylight time here in about another week and a half. So definitely go pop them a follow. Twitch, if you're listening, Twitch, hey, Twitch, can you hold it? I just needed 1 second of your time. I would really appreciate it if when we talk about other streamers that we want people to go follow, and our mods are doing these terrific shout outs, right? Okay, hey, over here, thank you. These shout outs, it would be really nice if the people could just click on their name in the viewer list and hit follow. Wouldn't that be lovely? Thanks. All right. There is no way this is our first chat on your channel, right? Ta-da! Better late than never. It's the only time they give me crabs. Right, it just being able to click on somebody's name and hit follow. Instead of having to either right click on there or like on the link on the shout outs where they have to, you have to right click, open in a new tab. Or sometimes people just click the link and then they got to come back. Just let them click directly on that link. It could say click here to follow. You click on it, it automatically follows. You never leave the channel. Oh, you guys, okay. Cover. We will cover. All right. We're going to give this a cover here. Thank you for that, DJ. I left the raid trying to do a follow thing, and then I couldn't catch the one they recommended. Yeah, I just wish they would just let us just click it directly in. All right, 10 minutes on the timer. 10 minutes on the timer, and that will go in. All right. 10 minutes on the timer. So this is not a hard prep thing. Do you guys want to do the trivia while we prep the stuff for the chicken piccata, or do you guys want to watch me bread the chicken and add the capers and do all that? You tell me. What's up with the Golden Girls vibe today? So for the month of March, we are cooking exclusively from this book, the Golden Girls Cookbook. I've been wanting this cookbook for a long time, and Spank My Betty bought it for me. So we started off the month with Sophia. Then we did Blanche. We are now doing Dorothy. On Sunday, we're doing Rose. On the following Wednesday, we're doing brunch. Yes, we are doing Golden Girls trivia. Yes, it is Dorothy today. Jess, how are you doing? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. It's interesting when you ask somebody which Golden Girl they identify with. And that just means that's the strongest part of your personality. But I think we all have the authoritative, stand-up person that is Dorothy. We all have our whimsical Rose side. We all have our little, let's get a little frisky Blanche side, and we have our snarky woman who knows everything, Sophia side. I think we have a little bit of all of these women inside of us, right? They just separated out all these personalities. So yeah, it's cute seeing someone being so excited over something they enjoy. I love what I do. And apparently I love doing the crab dance. Apparently I love doing the crab dance. I think for this summer too, we will do a channel point redemption to see if we can raise enough points for me to reveal my tattoos. We'll see if that works. We'll see how that works out. I wonder if I could grab all these as clips. Grab all these as clips and put a montage of these together. Oh, she got tattoos. It won't be real easy for me to show the one on my back. That's the one to be the hard one for you to show. But I can show you like what I'm working on over here. Cherry. I added other stuff on that. I think I have other songs on it. I blame Duchess. Chef Nagin! We were talking about you earlier too. Oh, hi Kay. How are you doing today? Can we get a huge shout out for Chef Nagin? I love this woman. You know what's really weird to me, Chef, is hi, I love you. Free Rexes. Free Rexes. I was thinking back one of the very first streams I came in, and I'm trying to remember the plate you were plating on. And this is why the stream goes till 5 p.m. So we're just gonna do the crab dance till 5 p.m. tonight. And I look back on some of that, and you know, I've gone back in some of the VODs and some of the clips on your channel. I need to get crab hands. It'd be too hard to put them on and get them on there before the clip actually ended. Kanara, I'm trying to work and all I hear is Barry down the hall laughing. Oh, I'll tell you, we always have fun in here. We always have fun in here. But I was watching back on one of your streams, and it was back from when I started watching the stream. And I gotta tell you, it's really a neat thing to see how far you have come. I mean, you have changed up your stream. You've added wonderful features and wonderful things. Just love it. Just love it. Oh, sorry, Sloth. That's okay. Chef Nagin, they're giving me crabs. I'm going to have to get one of my... Imagine the amount of crab dancing Kanara is actually dealing with crabs on stream. I wonder if I could go to the coast during crab season. I wonder how much the crabs will be. Like I said, when you get to be my age and you start dancing, you think things are going in one direction, they're actually going in the opposite direction. It's a good way to throw out a hip. The gorn! The rock! It's like, lift it and throw it! Boop. Okay, we have to prep our, okay, so do you guys want to do the trivia while I'm just kind of getting the chicken ready to go? Is that our initial plan here? Now I want to watch Star Trek. Oh, so Vudu. I don't know if everybody here buys their movies on Vudu. I buy a lot of movies on Vudu. They had the first 10 Star Trek movies on sale for like $14. Bought them all. Scream Posse. Ice cream posse's in the house. Oh, Jeff, are you getting excited? I know it's a lot of work getting the ice cream shop together. Can we get a shout out, please, for Ice Cream Posse? Thank you, Rexus. I can't wait for opening day. I know it's going to get crazy. And this year, are you opening up the shop for people to come in as well, and actually have them come in and sit down? I know the last 2 years has been a challenge with the COVID restrictions and everything else, but I think it'd just be so cool to. So see, if I come there, I have to get a peanut butter wizard, but I have to come get my peanut butter wizard by myself without Derek with me, or I just won't kiss him. That works too. That works too. Seagulls and fight. Mine. I love that one too. I thought I added some other to the soundboard down below. So down below, we do have some free sounds in the soundboard down below. Is that active? Maybe it's not active. I don't know. I don't know what I've been doing to my channel. Sometimes I change stuff and I break the stream for a long period of time. All right. Okay, let's do this. That was good. That was also the song of the theme for Pi Day. I forgot to pick out a song for the stream for today. I totally forgot to do that, and I'm so sorry. I always try to pick out a song for you guys, and I give you guys a Spotify link so you guys can go over and listen to it. I love that song. My playlist is getting I have a 60s playlist, I have a 70s playlist, I have an 80s playlist, I have a fun playlist, I have a 50s playlist. I have them all. Django, thank you so much for that follow. Da-da-da. Da-da-da, ba-dum, 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 boom, ba-da-da. Okay, I really gotta get on this chicken piccata. And I need some butter in here. I need some butter.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Django, how are you doing today? How did you find the stream? And where are you watching from? Oh, no. Oh, yes. I've just been playing around with some silly sound files and stuff on there. This way you guys get to have some fun. We'll do, sure. What the heck? Chicken piccata is not rocket science by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, let's chop up. We're gonna chop up our parsley. Do you guys want to start the?
How you doing?
How you doing? We all love Joey. And I'm watching from Minnesota. I am in the state of Oregon. We have a little bit of distance between us. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. Kelly Cakes is from Minnesota. So, Django, do you say it to me?
No.
They say it with, oh no, they say it with a sing-song. It's like Minnesota, Minnesota. They have better food. Oregon is a better state. I think every state has wonderful things to offer and has negative stuff, you know. It is what it is. I really hope this new... Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are making me laugh so much today. I swear my nose is going to run right off the rock. We're going to put that on a 1 and kind of get that going. You guys are getting me dancing. I feel like dancing, dancing, dancing night away. Just getting the parsley ready. That's our garnish that's going to go on.
Fork it over. Cough it up. Pay the piper.
Pay it forwards.
Give me it.
Wait, do we have 2 of those go off at the same time? And there's the other one. You know what's going to happen? Does anybody know what that clip is from? That crab dance? Is that from an actual song? Is that from a TV show? Does anybody know where that is from? I am really kind of curious because I have this bad feeling that I'm going to be in the grocery store or the doctor's office and all of a sudden I'm going to hear that part and I'm going to stand up and start doing this and it's going to be like, next, we need to see you right now. I'll be like, oh, no. Okay, so we got our...
I'm Julia Child. Bon appetit.
I'm Julia Child. Bon appetit. Trying to add fun stuff for you guys to play with. I'll be like, why don't you come here? I want you to play. We want you to have a good time, right? Okay, so let's get some flour out. We're going to get a pie tin here and get some flour. We're going to lightly bread the chicken piccata. Lightly bread the chicken piccata. I am going to season the chicken, salt and pepper first on both sides before I dip it in the flour. I want that seasoning on the meat. I want that osmosis to start on the meat. If I add